As the Dallas Cowboys wrapped up their offseason team activities, there was no shortage of storylines worth tracking. With minicamp just around the corner, players are beginning to establish early momentum or fall behind, heading into what will be a pivotal training camp and 2025 season. While it's still just June and no pads have gone on yet, the evaluations made during OTAs do matter. They set the tone. They spark conversations inside meeting rooms and across social media, feeds alike, and for some, they start to carve a path toward playing time or away from it. One of the biggest individual risers so far has been cornerback Kaiir Elam. A former first-round pick whose time in Buffalo never quite clicked, Elam is quickly becoming one of the most consistently praised names in Cowboys camp. His name seems to come up after every open practice, with reporters noting past breakups, strong positioning, and a level of focus that's been impossible to ignore. It's not hard to see why the Cowboys were willing to take a shot on him. He has the physical traits, the pedigree, and now, perhaps most crucially, a fresh start. With questions lingering about Trevon Diggs' status and Jordan Lewis moving on, the Cowboys needed competition and depth on the outside. Elam is now squarely in the mix, not only to make the roster, but to compete for legitimate starting reps. His performance so far is showing the kind of confidence and awareness that had scouts raving about him during his college days at Florida. While the cornerback group remains unsettled, with Darren Bland's role still being defined, whether it's inside in the nickel or bumping outside, Elam is doing everything possible to force his way into the picture. The Cowboys hope this change of scenery, paired with a simplified role and a defensive system that may better suit his strengths, can help unlock the player he was projected to be on draft night. So far, all signs are pointing in the right direction. Moving into the heart of the defense, two linebackers have taken early control of their positions, Jack Sanborn and Kenneth Murray. Both players are new faces in Dallas, but they haven't wasted time adjusting. Sanborn arrived in free agency after a productive stint in Chicago, while Murray was acquired via trade and has already earned the trust of coaches with his vocal leadership and on-field communication, with Damone Clark and DeMarvion overshown. Still recovering from injury, these two have seized their opportunity, logging the majority of first-team snaps and setting the tone for the linebacker unit. Early whispers from the staff suggest Murray may even take over the green dot duties, signaling plays on defense, which underscores how quickly he's become integrated into the scheme. Sanborn, meanwhile, brings a level of consistency and instinctiveness that keeps him around the football on every down. Overshown's return will add intrigue later this summer, but the Cowboys seem content for now with what Sanborn and Murray are showing. Their presence provides stability at a position that has undergone significant turnover in the past year. And with a new defensive regime in place under Mike Zimmer, fresh starts can often be advantageous. Both veterans are positioning themselves well in what could be a rotational heavy unit come September. One of the more reassuring developments from OTAs was the performance and health status of Dak Prescott. After dealing with various injuries, in recent seasons, Prescott's full participation in off-season work is a big deal. Although contact isn't part of OTAs and he hasn't officially been cleared for full contact play, that distinction doesn't really matter this time of year. What matters is that Prescott is moving well, throwing with confidence, and showing no visible signs of limitations. He's taken part in everything the team has asked, and from all accounts, he's looked sharp doing it. Beyond the field, Dak has had personal reasons to smile too, as he recently welcomed the birth of his second daughter. It's the kind of life event that helps put things in perspective, and teammates have commented on how locked in and positive he's been around the facility. There's also been a fun side story among fans and beat writers. Prescott has been sporting a modified shooting sleeve on his arm, not the full Allen Iverson look, but a sleek half-cut version that fans have started noticing. It's a style thing more than a performance aid, but it gives off a fresh, focused vibe. And while aesthetics don't win games, confidence does go a long way, especially for a quarterback facing as much external pressure as Dak is in 2025. Of course, his ability to stay healthy remains a major concern. The past few years have seen too many stretches of missed time, and while some of that has been due to bad luck, the reality is that injuries to starting quarterbacks can derail entire seasons. Cowboys fans and Prescott himself know that. So the question isn't whether he can still play at a high level. It's whether he can stay on the field long enough to do it when it matters most. The safety room has been hit by injuries early, and that's opened the door for Wanya Thomas to step in and make his case. With Malik Hooker battling back spasms, Donovan Wilson rehabbing, and Marquez Bell also limited, Thomas has taken full advantage of the extra snaps. Coaches have noticed not only has he played safety with the first team in team drills, but he's also rotated into nickel corner in certain sub-packages, showing versatility that could earn him a key role as the season approaches. He's already been a special teams mainstay, and now he's looking to push for more. With a new coaching staff in town, sometimes all a player needs is a clean slate and a chance. Thomas is proving he's worth a longer look. Another young player stepping up is Tyler Guyton, the second-year offensive tackle out of Oklahoma. Offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer didn't hold back in his praise of Guyton, pointing out his work ethic, leadership, and how much he's grown both physically and mentally since last season. According to Schottenheimer, Guyton has been one of the first players in the building every day and has attacked the offseason like a man who knows what's at stake. He's reportedly looked quicker, stronger, and more locked in. Importantly, he stayed healthy and hasn't missed a session. Guyton himself has acknowledged that his rookie year didn't meet his expectations. He owned up to the inconsistency and admitted he didn't always prepare the way he should have. That kind of accountability doesn't guarantee success, but it is a good sign. Young offensive linemen often struggle in their first year, and growth often comes in year two. If Guyton can stabilize the left tackle spot, it would go a long way in solidifying the offensive line, which has had its share of reshuffling over the years. Continuity matters up front, and Guyton appears determined to be part of that solution. In the backfield, Miles Sanders is making an early push to reclaim a featured role. After a frustrating stint in Carolina, Sanders seems revitalized in Dallas. Over the last 2 open OTA sessions, he's received consistent praise for his burst, decisiveness, and conditioning. While it's true that OTAs favor skill players, no contact, no tackling, it's still encouraging to hear his name come up frequently in positive context. There's competition behind him, with Jaden Blue getting work with the second unit and veteran Javonte Williams mixing in as well. But Sanders appears to be staking a strong claim to the RB1 spot. Whether he holds it through camp remains to be seen, but for now, he's done everything he needs to. Interestingly, Schottenheimer has gone out of his way to highlight several players, not just Guyton and Sanders, but also Kaiir Elam and fullback Hunter Luque. The latter is being used in a variety of ways, as a traditional fullback, as a short yardage running back, and even as a hybrid tight end in certain formations. Luque is the kind of player coaches love. He's dependable, physical, versatile, and willing to do the dirty work. Every team needs a few of those guys, and Luque looks like a lock for the 53-man roster at this point. His ability to play special teams only adds to his value. On the defensive line, Jay Toya is a name to watch. He received some run with the first-team defense during OTA practices, which doesn't necessarily mean he's leapfrogging anyone, but it does suggest the coaches are intrigued. Toya appears to be ahead of Justin Rogers, last year's late-round pick, and could carve out a rotational role as a run-stopping interior lineman. With the departure of veterans and the uncertainty around Maisie Smith's development, there's a spot up for grabs. Toya's physicality and motor are traits the staff appreciates, and he's beginning to separate himself from the pack. And finally, on the offensive line, there's rookie right guard Tyler Booker. Drafted in the first round and expected to start immediately, the Cowboys have wasted no time giving him first-team reps. They aren't playing games. No ceremonial earn-it-first snaps with the third team. Booker has been slotted in as the starting right guard from day one, and that clarity allows him to focus on building chemistry with the rest of the line. It's a sign of confidence from the coaching staff and a reflection of how highly they think of his potential. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Could trouble already be brewing in Dallas? In a development that has NFL insiders buzzing, defensive lineman Solomon Thomas is reportedly expressing deep regret over his move to the Dallas Cowboys. According to sources close to the player, Thomas allegedly referred to his decision as my worst choice and hinted that he feels out of place within the Cowboys' locker room and system. While there's been no official confirmation from the player or the franchise, whispers from inside. The organization suggests all might not be well. The 28-year-old veteran who joined the Cowboys in what was initially viewed as a savvy pickup to boost the pass rush may be questioning his fit within Dan Quinn's defensive scheme. Some insiders speculate that Thomas expected a more significant role or a smoother adjustment and is now grappling with unfulfilled expectations. Thomas, once a top 3 draft pick, has had a career marked by UPS and downs, but his experience and leadership were considered assets for a Dallas team looking to finally break through in the postseason. The idea that he's already voicing regrets raises questions not just about his personal satisfaction, but about potential internal friction within the team as training camp approaches. It's worth noting that Dallas has made several bold roster moves in recent months, and while not all have panned out, most of the new acquisitions have maintained public positivity. Thomas's alleged comments break that trend and could spark speculation that other players might share his sentiments. Quietly, for now, no trade or release seems imminent. But in the NFL, words like worst choice don't tend to go unnoticed. If Thomas's frustration is real and not just a moment of post-signing cold feet, the Cowboys may find themselves dealing with more than just lineup decisions as the season nears. Only time will tell whether this is just smoke or the start of a fire in Dallas. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.